As soon as Hillary Clinton reads this, then she's might have less than a smile on her face as she realizes how much of a fan Trump's new SCOTUS pick is not. This story comes out in the form of opposition research right after Trump announced his Supreme Court of the United States, Brett Kavanaugh, shortly after Trump's announcement. This information dates back quite a while, all the way back to 2002 when it was read in a book, and then dating back even further to 1997 where it actually took place. It was Kavanaugh who mouthed the word b-tch while he was watching then-President Bill Clinton's State of the Union address. The camera panned over to his wife Hillary and Kavanaugh mouthed the word. David Brock saw it and wrote about it in a book. This is what people are talking about and having a fit over. Liberals are acting like it's a major crime for someone to call another person a name under their breath while that person is on television. It sounds like something that everyone in America has done at least once in their life when they see someone they don't like so much. Every time liberals protest, they're calling people names. Now they're harassing people in public and getting violent. It's a disaster on the left side of politics and they are melting down and flooding the waters with their liberal tears. Kavanaugh's mouthy word towards Clinton is no big deal, but here's the specifics. President Donald Trump's Supreme Court nominee is reportedly no fan of Hillary Clinton, allegedly mouthing the word bitch as the camera panned to her during former President Bill Clinton's State of the Union address in 1997. The suggestion that federal appellate judge Brett Kavanaugh, 53, who Trump nominated Monday night, disliked Clinton at the time comes from a passage in a book by David Brock. I saw one of CanStar's deputies, Brett Kavanaugh, who was sitting across from me, mouth the word b-tch when the camera panned to Hillary, Brock wrote in his 2002 book Blinded by the Right. Law and Crime reported, Judge Brett Kavanaugh is at or near top of SCOTUS list, per several people close to President Trump, but oppo research for possible hearings already moving fast. Sources sting to David Brock's book Blinded by the Right. Kav alleged to have mouthed an expletive re-HRC, PG, 306. He wrote in a tweet posted at the beginning of the month, prior to the president's announcement. At the time of the alleged incident, Kavanaugh worked for CanStar and would, along with the rest of Star's team, eventually work on the investigation into then-President Bill Clinton. A memo sent by Kavanaugh at the time, and shared by Vox, shows he pushed for tough questioning of the Democrat. After reflecting this evening, I am strongly opposed to giving the president any break. Unless before his questioning on Monday, he either I, resigns or 2, confesses perjury and issues a public apology to you. I have tried hard to bend over backwards and to be fair to him. In the end, I am convinced that there really are no reasonable defenses. The idea of going easy on him at the questioning is thus abhorrent to me. The memo said, it's one thing to call Hillary something to her face, which he did not, but for people to bring this up and act like it's a problem is a huge disgrace to anyone who does oppositional research. If Kavanaugh slapped a woman in the face, then that would be news. If Kavanaugh calls Hillary Clinton a b-tch under his breath while she's on TV, then no one cares and everyone laughs. Why? Because who cares? It doesn't matter what someone in politics says about someone else in politics, no matter how offensive it may be. Let's be honest, this isn't even offensive. If you think this is offensive or unprofessional, then you must live in a bubble. People in the real world aren't forced to like each other and sometimes they have something to say about each other under their breath. If Kavanaugh thinks Hillary is a b-tch, then that's his opinion. Quite frankly, many people feel the same way about Hillary, so now there's a thing you know.